BYB Featherweight World Champion Harold McQueen begins his quest for more gold tonight when he confronts the Untameable Jon Barnard in a lightweight title elimination matchup. Plus, they call him the Hatchet, but in reality, the right hand of Jarome Hatch is more like a sledgehammer. Tonight, he'll look to conquer the Cuban Crocodile, Yordan Fuentes. This is BYB 27, Brawl in Duval. Here we go. For the first time, we are in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, inside the prime Osborn Convention Center, set for a great night of fights here inside the mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg, joined by my powerful partner, the former two-time world champion, the Magic Man, Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie, let's talk about our main event of the evening. You have said in the past that the featherweight champion, Harold McQueen, might be the best pure boxer in BYB today. If there's a 1A, it could be his opponent tonight in Jon Barnard.
You know what? Both of these guys very, very solid technically. They approach emotionally in a very different way, though. I love their technique, but McQueen is more of a speedster, fights with that emotion, loves to start fast. Barnard a little bit more patient, but just as technical, more of a shot selection guy. Real nice clash of styles here we have tonight between two real supreme technicians.
I guess everybody's seen LT smash Nelson win belts in two weight classes. So now that's the quest for Lightning Harold McQueen.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, McQueen, again, he's shown that this speed, you see, notice the speed and the emotion he fights with. He just comes out like an explosion. He looks to overwhelm you with that speed, and a lot of times that's what he's been able to do when he's been able to be successful. The thing he's going to have to deal with Barnard, though, Barnard is a guy who is a bit more patient. He slows it down a little bit. He's got shot selection. He's got a bit of an MMA background as well, right, Goldie? So he can, you know, use that Muay Thai clinch on the inside to his advantage against a guy like McQueen. Really good clash of styles here because Barnard has a good shot selection. He's a bit more patient. He picks his shots very intelligently. McQueen, not so much of a shot selection guy. He's a speed guy. He just puts it on you and looks to overwhelm you. It's not going to be easy to overwhelm Barnard, though. You're going to have to fight him the hard way.
All right, the champion at 135 is Julio Tenori. Of course, his shark is swimming around. Who will be next for the champion, Julio Tenori? We'll know more of the picture getting much clearer after our main event here tonight. Co-main event is the Cuban Crocodile against the former holder of the Police Gazette Diamond Belt, Jarome Hatch and Yordan Fuentes. Let's start with Yordan Fuentes.
You know, Fuentes, the Cuban Crocodile. You know, I'd like to say this guy's a bit of a technician, but he likes to bang it out in there as well. Sometimes it gets a little bit more sloppy than what I would think his technique would lead you to believe. He likes to get in there, bang it out. He gets a little bit wide. It gets a little bit sloppy in there, but that's sort of the kind of fight he likes to fight, even though I believe he can be better than that. He's got the technical ability to make fights easier for himself. But instead, you see these kind of highlights. He does this. He's got to be careful pulling back out sometimes. You're not going to see it on this highlight, but he tends to pull back out square, which I think against a guy with the big punching power of Hatch is going to be very, very dangerous. So I'd love to see that as one of the adjustments if he's going to be able to at least be successful and for Hatch to have to adjust back to him. But if I can tell you one thing, Hatch lands that right hand, it's always a game changer. And so Fuentes has to be disciplined defensively. And I've not seen that so much of him, but he loves to bang it out. It could be a great fight, or we could have a one-hitter quitter from Hatch.
Well, and we've seen that before from the Hatchet, Jarome Hatch. All right, great night of fights. Another former champion is on the card tonight. It is Brandon Birr, the man that Harold McQueen defeated in the trilogy. He stopped him in that third fight to become the champion in the featherweight division. Brandon Birr's got a great matchup tonight, a great night of fights, as you see. He's got a great matchup with Mighty Mouse, and Mighty Mouse, he's just ultra entertaining.
Well, he's entertaining, he's charismatic, he's got a personality. You never know what he's going to say, you never know what he's going to do. This guy's got character written all over him. You know, he might come into the Trigon tonight with the parakeet, right? He's got a parakeet or a parrot. He brought his own mascot to the show this weekend. Birr, though, again, I mean, former champion himself, when he's on, he's a handful to deal with. Doesn't matter how much you cut him or break him, he'll stay in your face when he's on. But then we also saw in the third fight against McQueen, broke a little bit easier. So we're going to see how much Birr has left tonight against Desrosier.
And we get things started, as you can see right at the bottom of the screen, we get things started in the welterweight division. Christopher Gonzalez and Lukas Jones coming up next. It is a welterweight confrontation. Gonzalez, 4 years the elder of Jones, a significant 6-inch reach advantage, also a big-time height advantage. The Trigon is unique. The Trigon is truly one of a kind. It is the smallest surface in combat sports, 60-degree corners, tightest corners in combat sports. 21 by 21 by 21. And if you want finishes, if you want to hear it's all over, just stay right here and watch our fights tonight inside the mighty Trigon here in Jacksonville, Florida for the very first time. With our first set of official introductions, here is Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Prime Osborn Convention Center, Jacksonville, Florida. This is BYB 27 Brawl in Duval, being presented to you by Mike Bradner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. We kick off the action with this contest set for 5 rounds or less in the welterweight division. Official scoring the action, we have Frederick Flutie, along with William Glover and Daniel Torres. Presenting first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He enters wearing black with white trim on the scale. He registered an official 146 pounds. Tonight, this boxing switch hitter enters the most unique surface in combat sports, ready to prove he is straight-bouted. Representing Tampa, Florida, Lukas Jones. His opposition in the red corner, wearing black with maroon trim, he weighed in at an identical 146 pounds. This self-proclaimed street fighting ninja with boxing skills is a college-educated gladiator camp graduate representing Dade City, Florida, and his home city of Passaic, New Jersey. The soldier of love, Christopher Gonzalez. With final instructions, referee Wayne Spinola.
Dan, you ready? We're ready. Gentlemen, you know the rules. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Any questions, gentlemen? Okay, step back. I'll call you out in a minute.
Wayne Spinola, our referee for the first fight of the night. Gonzalez and Jones. Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
Okay, we're ready. Come to scratch, gentlemen. Ready? Fight!
Here we go! Immediately pushing forward is Lukas Jones. Good uppercut just landed. Gonzalez going to the body, Paul.
Yeah, they both came out like bats out of hell, right?
Absolutely. Gonzalez wants to try to utilize that length. Avoided a nasty uppercut attempt thrown by Lukas Jones.
Seems like a bit of nervous energy too. Sometimes you get that in these fights with a quick start. It's usually a bit of nervous energy. Then they'll slow down and settle into a pace. But right now, these guys have not settled into anything. There's another good uppercut by Lukas Jones there.
Lukas definitely landing here on Gonzalez.
Oh, he went for the windmill. You saw that? Wow! He actually loaded it up like with the windmill.
What a flurry by Lukas Jones.
7, 8.
Gonzalez is up.
Give me your hands. You okay? You want to keep going? Here we go. Fight.
A little bit of showmanship from Jones there.
You got that right.
Gonzalez gave up on that a little bit sooner than the knockdown. He just started covering up and waited to go down.
Watch your fingers, gentlemen.
Gotta have that mental staying power in there when you're in a tough spot. Let's see. Gonzalez, he's going down a bit too easy here, Goldie. I don't think he's got much left. His nose is hurting.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He's up again. He's gonna have to show something.
Absolutely. And Lukas Jones switched his stance up that time.
Here we go. Fight.
And was able to deliver. Big scream and a yell by the clown, Lukas Jones. Still 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock here in round 1.
Yeah, Jones seems like he's got a bit more staying power when he does get hit. He takes a couple of shots, he gets in there. See, when he returns fire, Gonzalez does not have the wherewithal to take the shots.
4,
Jones willing to walk through it.
6,
Gonzalez
7,
does not react the same way when he gets hit.
10. That's it.
It is all over. Lukas Jones is 2-0 in the mighty Trigon.
And really, a lot of it, you know, there's a lot of mental fortitude there from Jones. You know, from the technical standpoint, there's a lot to work on from Jones. Sometimes it's a bit wide, it's a bit wild, but that can always be worked on in the gym with the right mentality. And Jones has the right mentality. You know, he's willing to get in there. He beats. He won this fight for me with his mind more so than with his physicality. Obviously, the physical part did the work, but he just wanted it more than Gonzalez, and he was willing to go through more than what Gonzalez was willing to go through, and that's ended up being the difference here because both guys were bloody, both guys got hit. But it got to the point where Gonzalez just every time he got hit just didn't want to stay there, and he kept going down. While Jones, he took a shot, and he would be willing to go through it until he got to Gonzalez.
So Lukas Jones here in Jacksonville tonight gets things started very impressively with a first-round finish of Christopher Gonzalez. Our official decision of our first fight of the night will come up next when we return to BYB 27. A first-round finish at BYB 25. That was back in Tampa, Florida on April 4th. Jacksonville, Florida, again, a first-round finish for Lukas Jones. To make it official, here is Lupe.
Inside the mighty Trigon, referee Wayne Spinola reaches the count of 10 with an official time of 1 minute 59 seconds of the opening round, declaring the winner by way of KO, the clown of combat sports, Lukas Jones.
Tonight, our main event of the evening is a lightweight title eliminator matchup between our featherweight champion, Harold McQueen, and Jon Barnard, who's unbeaten inside the Trigon. Paulie, in the fighter meetings yesterday, Barnard was speaking your language. He was talking boxing 101. He likes to go with straight punches, safe, return to that safe position, likes to sit on the left, finish the combo with the left. Fundamentally, he is very, very focused.
Yeah, because, you know, this can be a wild sport. You know, the fight can get wild very, very quickly, and shots that don't even land very cleanly can open up bad gashes. You know, actually, matter of fact, those are the kind of shots that actually open up the worst gashes, are the ones that rake across your face and don't even land cleanly. So Barnard, you know, always being in a safe position, using those safe punches like those straight shots, or finishing with the lead hand so that he's back in position in his stance. That's intelligent boxing. That's a fundamental understanding of what you want to do in there, so that you put yourself at least risk while trying to inflict the quickest damage and the maximum damage with the least amount of work.
And he is getting his hands wrapped, ready for tonight's main event of the evening, proudly representing his island of Hawaii. Recently he had a chance to go home, hung out, he said, just for a day or so with the blessed one, Max Holloway. All right, let's talk about our featherweight champion fighting at 135 tonight. Harold McQueen, you've always said you're impressed with his skills as a boxer. He's going to be looking in the mirror, I think, a little bit tonight against the Untameable one.
Yeah, I think, you know, both are technically and fundamentally sound, but McQueen is more of an emotional fighter. He comes out, he rockets out there, he tries to get on top of you and almost looks to overwhelm you with that speed, to look like a hurricane, where you feel like, a lot of these opponents feel like, oh, I can't get away from this guy. Barnard is not the kind of guy that's going to really feel overwhelmed. He's the kind of guy that's going to stay calm and return fire, keep that positioning. So you're not going to beat Barnard mentally. You're going to have to literally physically beat him. Does he have that in him? I think both guys have that physical prowess. It's going to come down to who's stronger mentally in this fight.
You set it up perfectly, Hurricane, because Harold McQueen has been training with our heavyweight champion,
Ike the Hurricane.
Hurricane Ike. Paulie, just a perfect segue.
We continue with the action inside the Prime Osborn Convention Center. This is BYB 27. Brawl in Duval. The action being presented to you by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. This contest, 5 rounds or less in the super welterweight division. Scoring the action, we have Frederick Flutie, along with Eric Larson and Daniel Torres. Presenting first, in the blue corner, he enters wearing black with neon green and purple. He weighed in at a career lightest 154.5 pounds. Tonight, this fighting philosopher enters the Trigon in a fight for his family's future and to prove that you are never too old to chase your dream. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, James White Lion Bodnar. His counterpart in the red corner, wearing white with black and red trim, he weighed in at 154 pounds. Tonight, this boxer and relentless body attacker loses the gloves and goes bare knuckle in his BYB debut. From St. Petersburg, Florida, Craig Maniac Williams. Our referee, Christopher Young.
Red corner, blue corner. All right, gentlemen, you see yourself in the dressing room. That tough, clean fight. Been my commands of all time. Protect yourselves all the time. Touch them up. Right to your corner.
Our referee, Christopher Young. Craig Williams, 3 professional gloved bouts. So this is bare knuckle debut for Bodnar. His first bare knuckle fight was right here in Jacksonville. This tonight, both men's first entrance into the Trigon.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. Bodnar in the black and purple trunks, red, black, and white trunks for Craig Williams.
Boxing match broke out over here. Now it's getting to a brawl. Eventually they always dissipate into brawls, right, Gold?
Absolutely.
Stop! No punch, no punch.
Dirty boxing attempt in there by Bodnar. It's a jab to hold of Williams.
He likes to counterpunch. He likes to set traps. Likes to bait his opponents. And Bodnar, obviously, Paulie, wants to use that length.
Yeah, that guy's using that jab nicely. Bodnar changed that jab into a hook there.
Watch your fingers, close your hands.
Craig Williams showing a little love for the Miami Heat on his shorts. Born in Miami, now fighting out of St. Petersburg.
Stop! No punch. Break, gentlemen.
Good
Break,
start to this super welterweight matchup. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. The White Lion, James Bodnar.
Get that lead hand going, kind of. Williams is. Bodnar now responding a little bit less and less. Maybe that lead hand of Williams is starting to affect him a little bit. I like the way Bodnar was first responding with his own jab, but now he's kind of getting defensively back. Comes back on a good hook though, Goldie.
Big time. It's almost as if Bodnar was looking at his work because he had just thrown a nice body shot and then boom. Craig Williams fired back immediately. Bodnar made his debut here in Jacksonville. Nice uppercut for Valor. In October of last year, was finished in round number 1. Tonight, he's looking for his first win, and he gets his first knockdown.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It is all over, just like that.
That thing really did end just like that. I mean, it looked like a good technical fight. Both guys had a couple of moments. You saw Bodnar starting to take control little by little, and then, I mean, boom, just like that. And that's the typical of this sport, right?
Yeah. Tommy Hearns is James Bodnar's idol. Long and lean. I think the Hitman would have been impressed.
Yeah, you know what? He knew how to use that jab at least. Now he can get him to use that big right hand a little more. He'd be more impressed.
There you go.
Good win
there
for
you
him,
go.
though.
Step up into that Hitman ladder as we get the official decision from Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the mighty Trigon, referee Christopher Young counts out the red corner with an official time of 1 minute 52 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by way of knockout, the White Lion, James Bodnar.
BYB Bare Knuckle hits the Big Easy for the first time Saturday, July 13th from the John A. Ilario Event Center for BYB 28, Bourbon Street Brawl. 2 of the biggest and baddest bare knuckle fighters in the world today go toe-to-toe inside the mighty Trigon as undefeated BYB heavyweight champion Hurricane Ike Villanueva takes on #1 contender, the Cuban assassin, Gustavo Trujillo, for both the BYB heavyweight belt and the historic Police Gazette World Diamond belt. Our co-main event, former BYB lightweight champion Monica Medina gets her wish and steps into the Trigon against undefeated Helen Peralta for the inaugural BYB Featherweight World Championship. Catch these matches and more live. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information.
We continue at the Prime Osborn Convention Center, Jacksonville, Florida. This is BYB 27 Brawl in Duval, being presented by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. This bout, 5 rounds or less in the featherweight division. Our judges scoring: Frederick Flutie, William Glover, along with Eric Larson. Presenting first, the blue corner. He enters wearing blue with neon green trim. 5 foot 3 inches and 125.5 pounds of pure violence tonight. This full-time bare knuckle fighter looks to push both the gas pedal and his opponent to their limits. Returning to the Trigon, looking to capture a 2nd straight victory. Fighting out of Riviera Beach, Florida, Mighty Mouse, Brandon Desrosier. In the red corner, wearing black with the American flag, he weighed in at 126.5 pounds tonight. This wrestler, mixed martial artist and natural-born fighter, looks to return to his championship glory. The former BYB Featherweight World Champion from Cleveland, Ohio, Slaughterhouse, Brandon Birr. With final instructions, referee Wayne Spinola.
Our tail of the tape for
guys,
this
you know the rules.
featherweight fight. Brandon Birr, 31 years old, 3 years younger than Mighty Mouse. Brandon Desrosier. Birr will have a 4-inch reach advantage. He is 3 inches taller. Our referee, Wayne Spinola. Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
Ready? Fight.
Here we go. The former champion, Brandon Birr, in the black trunks. Mighty Mouse in the black and lime trunks. Mighty Mouse now training under the watchful eye of AJ Easley, and had a lot of great things to say about the relationship that he has built with one of the top coaches in the game today.
Yeah, man, a great relationship between fighter and coach can set a strong standard inside when you're out there fighting. You have that belief that you know you're going to be taken care of in the corner. You have that belief that you know the instructions you're going to get are good instructions, and you work correctly. Good double jab right into the stomach there by Desrosier.
When he made his debut, Paulie, he spent 30 minutes with AJ. AJ cornered him. They had just met at that time, and Mighty Mouse said, and I won my fight against Kendall Ward. He hasn't gone out to California, which is where AJ Easley is based, but they do virtual workouts, and they keep an eye on each other through the coaches in South Florida.
Yeah, and you know what? Desrosier sharps. Obviously, these virtual workouts, yeah, they must be working, man, because he's sharp in there.
He definitely is. He's really cleaned everything up.
Oh, good check hook on the way in. He catches Birr, but Birr trying to get through it now. Birr, one of those guys that if he's mentally on, he's going to try to walk through all your stuff and test you, see if you want to really be in there. Even he'll take some shots.
Just look back at the 3 fights that he had with Harold McQueen. Birr told us that he's trying to loosen up a little bit more. He says, he told us he gets in there and he gets stiff naturally, and it just seems to be the kind of frame and the kind of footwork that's utilized by Brandon Birr. Put the pressure on Mighty Mouse right here, right now. Mighty Mouse rolling under, but not that one.
Use that uppercut there. Notice Mighty Mouse is getting low. Use that uppercut to pick him back up. Mighty Mouse staying strong though.
Back up.
Take a couple of shots.
Back up, please.
Now, obviously not one of these guys. Sometimes we see guys take a shot or two and they go down. Mighty Mouse not one of these guys that's gonna go down that easily. He's staying with what he knows. Staying tough and keeping it technical.
50 seconds on the clock here in round number 1. Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. The former featherweight champion in the black trunks, that is Brandon Birr.
It's cut now above the left eye.
Black and lime for Mighty Mouse, Brandon Desrosier.
Body shot, nice body shot by Desrosier.
Just the level of patience that he has shown already in this, his 2nd bare knuckle battle. Very impressive.
No knockdown.
No knockdown there.
Don't run him over now, okay? Just stay in control.
Wayne said don't run him over now.
Birr will try to make it
physical. Look at your hands real quick, okay?
And he's got that wrestling mentality, and he's from Cleveland.
10 seconds, respect the bell.
Round number 1 is in the books.
got to make sure when he's down in there, we're going uppercut. Bring your hands back because he's going to try to counter over top. But get that uppercut. Antonio? You're going to looking for a counter hook, right? So you got to make sure. Now when he comes forward, Tiger walk and hit that check grip all day. Start using the check. Now we're going to start hitting angles. You've been on the line too long. Now let's dance on him. Cross his ass over. Make him dance. You understand? Make him move his fucking feet. Counter shot, kid. He's got right hand pitch.
Second down.
Let's go. Hit it.
Throw in the corner. Wait for me, gentlemen. Wait for me.
Round number 2 between Brandon Desrosier and Brandon Birr. Both men landed shots in round number 1. Desrosier, as I mentioned, now with A.J. Easley in his corner again. A.J. Easley on the West Coast already has 2 BYB champions in his camp, and Julio Tenori and Spitfire Agnesa Kirakosian.
Hey, well, Mighty Mouse, you know, he makes that short stature work for him. Sometimes, you know, you can look at a short guy and think it's a disadvantage, but he gives himself a small target, reacts with short shots, makes small defensive moves so that he can punch back, and is very, very well balanced as well on his feet.
Quit his full-time job, Paulie. Said he stopped smoking, stopped everything. He's cleaned up his life. He's in the best shape of his life, not just physically, but mentally. And gets taken down by the wrestler, Brandon Birr.
This time, you know what it was? Desrosier held on to the head and flipped him over. WWF style.
That's right.
WWE, they call it now. WWE.
WWF. Everything. The corner, Birr just saying, hey, just slow it down. Kind of that loosen up a little bit. Let's take a look at the replay.
Relax, buddy. You didn't do anything wrong. The clash.
See a little headlock there. You see.
They clashed, but he hurt his rib. I just want the dive to take a quick look at it and see if he can keep going, okay?
Oh, on the way down.
Yeah. Landing on his rib on the way down. So the doc's taking a look at it.
You good?
It's good. It's just probably really separated.
Okay. You all right? Okay. All right, gentlemen, here we go. Ready?
It's good. It's probably just a little separated. You know, no big deal. Another day in the Trigon, right, Paul?
Very casually, doctor.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, it's all good. Ribs a long way from the heart. Birr bloodied up a little bit. Mighty Mouse looking to land again, getting inside.
And again, you don't see what it is. Birr pushes, tries to body Desrosier when he gets close, and Desrosier holds on to the headlock, so ends up, they both go down, but every time.
Get right here.
We're going to have a timeout on this one as Wayne Spinola talks to Brandon Birr.
Okay? You got to stay in control of your body. You knock him down again, I got to get involved. I don't want to get involved in this fight. Okay? Don't do it again. Stay right there. You okay?
I don't know that
Talk to me.
Burr maybe doesn't know how to get himself free from that
I
headlock.
don't want to get involved in this fight.
Probably
You
shouldn't
guys
panic
are
as
clashing
much.
a little bit.
Seems like whenever
You
Desrosier
okay?
gets
Tell
him in
me
that
you're all
headlock,
right.
when he
We're
misses the
gonna go,
overhand
okay?
shot, and
All right, here we go.
Burr gets underneath
Ready?
it, and they wind up in a headlock. Burr, the only way he knows how to get out of it is to push forward.
Good right hand thrown by Mighty Mouse.
Oh,
Uppercut. That was, they were still in the clinch.
yeah, there's some That's the thing.
They were still in the clinch.
He's allowed to do that. This ain't regular boxing.
Right? Dirty boxing is permitted inside the Trigon.
I think Desrosier's used to boxing so much, even he thought he was dirty.
Right?
He touched gloves, he touched hands like, you know, it was my bad. It's actually allowed.
Talked about Tenori, Kirakosian, A.J. Easley.
But Golden, we talked about Birr. He will stay with the grind.
Yep.
And try to break you. He'll take what you got, and he'll try to break you.
Well, that's Wrestling 101, Paulie. Embrace the grind.
Yep. I mean, the win he had against McQueen was like that, you know?
Big time.
Hung tough and eventually was able to turn it around.
Tough to break down. Easley with 2 champions that I mentioned previously. Also now working extensively with Hurricane.
Oh, big shot, big right hand.
Big shot right in front of us. 20 seconds on the clock here in round 2.
I think Birr missed a big opportunity. He went in for a clench instead of trying to finish with another combination. That was a big right hand. That one hurt McQueen. I don't think Birr realized it.
Double jab. We got ourselves a fight.
Right hand is there. Stop dipping into this right side. I told you, kickstand. You understand me? The circle to your right. You understand? Yeah. Circle to your right. Now we gotta hit side-to-side movement. Remember to cross him over. You gotta play with him. You gotta keep him guessing. He's waiting. You got 5 rounds. I know you got it. Okay? So you gotta show me that you got it. Okay? Stay tight. Watch the original. He's gonna recharge right now. So watch that initial 10, 15 seconds. Keep the defense tight and counter his counters. Then when he backs toward the rope, you go do him with feints and double jabs and put it on that motherfucker. Stay tight. Force him to grab. Go.
No tackle. Okay. Play clean. Foot on the corner, please. Foot on the corner. Wait for me, gentlemen. Wait for me. Okay, ready? Fight.
Round number 3, Brandon Birr in the black trunks, black and lime for Brandon Desrosier. Mighty Mouse, I said at the top of the show, Paulie, that it was a trilogy between McQueen and Birr. That's actually what Birr would like it to turn into, because he won the first, lost the belt in the second matchup, so Burr's trying to get his way back in a potential trilogy zone against the 126-pound champion, who will fight at 135 in our main event tonight, Harold Lightning McQueen. Midway point of this 5-round fight.
At center trigon, Desrosier had, oh, big shot there again by Birr. Again, he doesn't pounce on it. This is the opportunity. Oh, finally he goes down. Desrosier finally goes down.
3, 4.
This is what I'm talking about, that battle of attrition, Goldie.
7, 8.
Birr has that tendency to break you.
Started wrestling at age 6, and he does have that unbreakable type spirit.
Yeah, it's a lot of times he'll win against a more talented guy. He's willing to take more than his opponent is, and it seems like he started to break Desrosier after Desrosier had a clear advantage in this fight thus far.
And he took a ton against Harold McQueen in the fight that he won back in August of 23.
Yeah, another fight where he was willing to go through that storm, that early storm, and break his opponent mentally.
And the accidental eye pokes, but he was able to get the victory in the 6th and final round. McQueen won the rematch. Birr and Desrosier, round number 3.
Again, oh, another big uppercut by Birr. Birr making the shot count now.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Desrosier just barely makes the count.
You okay? You want to keep going? Go?
Got to think about that rib that was popped out accidentally.
And those uppercuts have started to mark up the face of Desrosier and had their effect. See Birr looking for uppercuts more and more as he realizes Desrosier's instant reaction is to make himself small and get low. Which of course makes him a difficult target because he's already a small guy. Nice little combination there by Desrosier. Good timing shot over the top and then a body shot.
Final 10 seconds of round number 3.
10 seconds.
A good round for Brandon Birr. Scoring 2 knockdowns.
Break clean.
Battle of the Brandons. Turning out to be a good one, Goldie.
Big time.
Deep breathing.
Alex Cooper in the corner of Brandon Birr.
Okay, my friend. I know it's tough when it happens.
Some of that action. That was a good left hook there from Birr, and drove Desrosier back to the ropes. And then the knockdown came just after that with a short uppercut. I thought at the end of the last round already, Birr landed the first big shot of the fight that he was able to land, but I didn't think he pounced on it in this previous round now. we saw him start to pounce off of the big shots that he's landing. Slowly, the momentum has creeped in favor of Birr, especially with that big round he just had.
Now, please, pal.
Round number 4.
Okay, ready? Fight.
Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Brandon Birr.
Timing shot there over the top.
Slip.
That's a slip. Because the math in round number 3 definitely went against Mighty Mouse and in the favor of Slaughterhouse with the 2 knockdowns.
A lot of slips in this fight. Yep. In McGregor's camp, you'd beat all 10 rounds. Oh, another uppercut. Birr.
Stop.
And you'd be in a feud with him for the rest of your life.
Well, then, yeah, you'll be all 10 rounds. He shot you out last time. You saw that?
Yeah, he did.
I guess he shot us both out. Just mine was less friendly.
Wait, back up.
But probably what you expected.
Yeah. Take it with a smile, though.
Absolutely.
Trade hooks there. Oh, good combination. I tell you, just when you think Desrosier is going to start to fold himself, manages to get some shots off. But here, this is where Birr, little by little, nothing's too spectacular, but starts to physically grind you, break you, and mentally grind you and break you.
This is that MMA wrestling mentality.
Yep.
Put into play here in the body.
Try the body language of Desrosier. Not super confident as he comes off those ropes. Birr sees that, and you see, jumps on him right away. Again, that's a mental knockdown. It just
3, 4,
wears him out. I don't know if Desrosier's going to get up here. Let's see.
7, 8, 9.
Oh, he made it. He made it a 9.5. And the crowd loves it.
So does Brandon Birr.
He's talking to the ref, though. That's it. Nice thing.
It is all over.
He told the referee something. He might not had enough. Birr again, less talented, but wanting it more, and beats a very difficult Brandon Desrosier here with a tough performance.
He just brings that Slaughterhouse, Cleveland, and MMA wrestling mentality.
I tell you, Goldie, he also doesn't get any easy fights, man. I mean, sometimes we get some of these fights, you know, like in the first fight with what's his name, Gonzalez. You hit him with like a half a shot and he's gone, you know. But like then, you know, you get Birr. He's fought McQueen. He's fought now Desrosier. These guys, not only don't they go away that easily, or McQueen and Desrosier, but also they can fight. They know how to put together shots. So Birr has had to battle through some tough fights to get his wins, and sure enough, tonight he shows his character, the backbone, once again.
Knockout of the night in his debut in BYB against YL Watson, then a win over Kendall Ward, a win over Harold McQueen, defeated by Harold McQueen, and a win tonight over Mighty Mouse. To make this one official, let's get it back up to Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the most unique surface in combat sports, the mighty Trigon, the blue corner, informs referee Wayne Spinola they can no longer continue, obligating him to stop this contest with an official time of 1 minute 33 seconds of the 4th and penultimate round. Declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, Brandon Slaughterhouse Birr.
Mighty Mouse, similar opponent in Kendall Ward. Kendall Ward fought Brandon Birr, but it was a meteoric rise to take on a former champion tonight, and he will grow from this experience. Here's Danielle with the victor.
Brandon, congratulations on a very, very long and hard fight. How are you feeling?
I feel great. My hands hurt, man. That dude was taking some shots. I can't believe he kept getting up off that canvas, man. That dude is tough, and I'm just glad to make it out of that one. That was a good fight.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse, he really brought it tonight. And with the new acquisition with BKB in the UK and the influx of the European fighters, do you have your eyes on anyone new over there?
I mean, I'll get to them when I'm done, but I know McQueen has some business he needs to take care of tonight, but I want another shot at McQueen. You know, I want my belt back. He's a warrior. I know he's got some stuff going on at 135, but I'm here. You're not going to get rid of me. You're going to have to kill me to get me out of here. I'm coming back for my fucking belt, and that's what I want.
You heard that? McQueen, a lot of people out there, but thank you.
Told you the trilogy was on the mind of Brandon Birr, Paulie.
Big rivalry, exciting fights.
Yes.
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing them go at it again, but right now McQueen, like he said, has some business to take care of because Barnard is not an easy one to get rid of.
Not in the least. That our main event of the evening. Still to come, Jarome Hatch, Yordan Fuentes, our co-main event of the evening in the cruiserweight division. But coming up next, Skylar Thomas returns to the Trigon to fight that young lady, Shyanna Bintliff, out of Rapid City, South Dakota. This is her professional debut, and that woman right there is an outstanding kickboxer, and she's looking for a big win here tonight inside the Trigon.
We continue with the action here at the Prime Osborn Convention Center, Jacksonville, Florida. This is BYB 27 Brawl in Duval, being sponsored by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. This contest, 4 rounds at a contracted catch weight of 163 pounds. The judges, William Glover, Eric Larson, and Daniel Torres. Presenting first, in the blue corner, she enters wearing black with pink and gold trim. She weighed in at 163 pounds tonight. This scrappy come-forward MMA fighter and boxer taps into her Golden Gloves bloodlines and makes her BYB debut. The ranch hand from Rapid City, South Dakota. And now, fighting out of Tampa, Florida, Shyanna Bintliff. In the red corner, wearing black with white lettering, her official weight, 157 pounds. This MMA fighter, kickboxer, and fighting mom returns to the mighty Trigon with a renewed energy and confidence. Fighting out of Gig Harbor, Washington, Skylar the Goon Thomas. Our referee, Christopher Young.
Red corner, blue corner. Come here, ladies. All right, listen, everything go ahead and consider here, okay? You see instruction dressing room. Play tough, clean fight. Do my commands of all the time. Protect yourselves all the time. Touch them up. Back to your corner.
This fight is scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds because it is the true professional combat debut for Shyanna Bintliff. So under the unified rules, this one's scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds.
Total line.
Bintliff
right.
and Thomas.
Round 1, fight!
Here we go. The Goon in the black and white trunks, Bintliff with the black and pink. And immediately they work in the clinch.
No feel out rounds here.
Bintliff, a true South Dakota girl, if you will. Ranching, union ironworker, mechanic. She said her hobbies are tattooing and welding, which tells you everything you need to know. She's a tough, tough young lady. As is Skylar Thomas, who has been in martial arts for a very long time. They break. Thomas landing some good punches in the clinch, looking to work that inside boxing.
Yeah, a lot of dirty boxing trying to be attempted by both here. Getting messy. I can't imagine this kind of pace will be able to hold up for these two girls. If this fight ends up lasting a little bit, probably slow down, but let's see. It looks like Bintliff is looking for enough space to get some leverage on her shots. She's finally starting to find it.
She said she's got some strong hands growing up the way she did. She said, of all the kids, I'm the one who came out and had my father's build.
Yeah, she's cognizant of the fact that her distance can leverage her punches. Skylar, I think, is just trying to get in there and pressure. It's more so mental pressure than anything else because she's too close to do any real damage with the leverage she gets on her punches on the inside, which is not any leverage at all. Maybe she's looking for a Muay Thai clinch there, a Muay Thai plum, Goldie.
With that kickboxing and Taekwondo background and MMA fights, she definitely will try to utilize the dirty boxing. She's going up against an equally strong fighter.
Yeah, I think both of them looked at dirty boxing. It has to be a moment in time where you get some space for your range and some leverage.
gotta stop with the little fucking pitter-patter shit. If you're gonna bang her fucking ribs up, bring me some goddamn fucking ribs, you hear me? Your uppercut will take her fucking head off, but don't miss, all right? Keep working constantly, all right? You engage more than one jab, all right? At least on the feet. Multiple punches, goddammit. I believe you can win this fucking fight. It's in you. What the fuck are you doing?
She can't fight. You see
Got
this
the
already.
Step around and fight.
I love what you're doing. I don't want you getting touched.
Don't fight. Don't
Flip,
let her.
under.
Step back.
Where's your four? Which one's your four?
Uppercut.
Right uppercut. Your five. Left uppercut.
Pull out. Straight down the pipe. Jump home. Don't you do it. Okay. You turn her on the cage, disengage with your angles and go back to your combo.
Let's go. Ladies.
Started round number 2, black and white trunks for Skylar Thomas, black and pink trunks for Shyanna Bintliff. The corner Bintliff talked extensively about stop pressuring yourself too much, stop smothering yourself, give yourself some room to work is what you pointed out early on in the first round.
I think she was trying. It was more so Skylar Thomas that was smothering her by trying to push her back, and then now Skylar Thomas putting more and more pressure on her. I think it's Skylar trying to get Bintliff to go backwards. Now Bintliff's starting to get a little bit of distance with her shots there as well, Goldie. But I think it was more so Thomas was putting Bintliff on the back foot, and sometimes that nullified some of the work that Bintliff would be able to do.
Professional combat debut for Shyanna Bintliff. Her dad, a boxer scrapper, grandfather and uncle, both Golden Glove champions in South Dakota. Little switch of the stance for Skylar Thomas.
That's one thing I think Thomas has to work on a little bit is her footwork. She's kind of falling in a little bit. I know a lot of MMA, they switch stances, but it seems like she doesn't have one solid stance, which is throwing those punches. She's not able to get enough leverage on her shots, but she only got a decent right hand there. See Bintliff a little bit more weight on the shots.
Yeah.
But now Skylar Thomas looks like she's trying to overwhelm her, and it's starting to work a little bit. They gave her an earful in the corner.
Both were very vocal, both corners, but they certainly did. And that's a big right hand that just landed for Bintliff.
It's starting to become a battle of attrition here. You see, even some simple jabs here would go a long way. Good uppercut there by Bintliff.
Bintliff talked about growing up the way she did, having some very, very strong hands, and she's landed some big punches here in this round.
Shot.
Another one right there, Paul. We got ourselves a fight.
The shot's the belt.
Your jab's landing when you throw it. We need that jab to be going more, though, okay? We double, triple it. Straight punches are fucking faster. You hear me? All right? Last Skylar, when you listen, you're winning. All right? Pressure fucking forward, no reverse. All right? Those combos go.
What do you do with that? Oh, you need to step back and uppercut, guys. She can't fight. She comes in every time with her head out, hoping and wishing that it lands. When you understand that,
Take us out. Up the scratch.
Fight! Round number 3 between Thomas and Bintliff. Black top for Bintliff, the black and pink trunks, black and white for Skylar Thomas. Both women effective in round number 2. Keep in mind, professional debut for Bintliff, so this is not 5 2-minute rounds. This fight is scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. Oh, big right hand. Shyanna finding a home for that right late in the second and early here in the third.
Thomas is tough. Took a couple of those shots clean. Again, it's all the footwork. Bintliff is more planted when she's able to throw. Thomas, on the other hand, she's crossing her feet as she's throwing, so a lot of times she's not set on her shots. She's trying to go with that all-out pressure. Now she's cut, trying to break Bintliff's will, but she walks into another right hand from Bintliff Goldie. Another one.
And Bintliff is able to now lengthen out and land those punches as we talked about. And you said, Paulie, it was Skylar who was kind of pressuring and smothering, and now Shyanna's hunting it down pretty well.
Well, that's the thing. Once the pace slows down a little bit, there's going to be a little bit of distance between them.
Right.
It's going to be advantageous to the person who knows how to create that space. Although Skylar Thomas, in her moments, like right now, starts to push her back again.
Thomas is very comfortable in the pocket. She said she always is working on her jab and her head movement, but in the pocket is where she's had effects like this.
You see there, good shots from Thomas, but she's not planted, so it's not getting the same respect from Bintliff as Bintliff gets from Thomas when Bintliff lands those clean shots.
She's not a rookie anymore, Paulie.
Oh, no, not at all. Battle of attrition, Goldie. Keep in mind, Bintliff weighing 6 pounds heavier.
Yeah. They agreed to fight at 163, so good on Skylar Thomas for that.
Yeah, well, Bintliff didn't make weight, so
yeah.
See some of that action there. See again the shot there from Bintliff as she's able to create a little bit of leverage. While you see Thomas on the other hand, there's a good right hand that Thomas walks right into it, and another one there.
Fourth and final
you
round.
Like you in slow-mo.
James battle.
Come up the middle sometime, okay? You do not throw this out the window. She is coming forward. That's what makes you look bad.
You touching her a lot when you're touching her in turn.
Big Starita.
Right?
Bristol.
Tell me. We're gonna fucking win. Okay? Fuck her up. Step on the gas and stay with her, goddammit.
Everything you got this round, okay? It's the last round. Everything you got. Let's go!
Katie Taylor, Christy Martin, Rose Namajunas, amongst the biggest influences on Skylar Thomas, and of course, being from the Pacific Northwest, Chris the Crippler Lieben. Fourth and final round. Very close on the scorecards indeed. Black and white for Thomas, black and pink for Bintliff. A 2-minute sprint to the finish.
Yeah, this is going to be tight, man, because Bintliff seems to have weighing maybe the more eye-catching shots, but Thomas overwhelms in spots, drives her back and makes her very visibly uncomfortable. And of course lands a little bit of shots on her own as well.
Well, you can see she's grown up around boxing, even though this is her professional combat debut. Oh, Shyanna Bintliff. Oh, pressured in the corner. Flurry of punches.
Could be the difference,
Bintliff, yeah, big time. And Bintliff takes a knee. 10. It is all over. Skylar Thomas finishes Shyanna Bintliff in the fourth and final round.
Overwhelmed her over. That was her game the whole time. That psychological stress, physical.
First fight since her win over Casey Dees 1 year, 9 months ago. Skylar Thomas gets the victory to make it official, Lupe.
Inside the mighty Trigon, referee Christopher Young completes the count of 10 with an official time of 50 seconds of the fourth and final round, declaring the winner by way of knockout, the Goon, Skylar Thomas.
She weathered some storms, that is for certain.
I was gonna get that, I knew that.
2 straight now for Skylar Thomas, and Danielle will visit with our winner.
Good fight, good fight. Skylar, congratulations on a big re-debut. You have not been in the ring since 2022. How did it feel tonight?
Man, it felt amazing. I've just been waiting for this moment for a really long time, and these past couple of years have just been a fucking roller coaster. So I had all the excuses in the world, but I wasn't gonna let one thing fucking stop me. I was meant to do this.
Amazing. You showed A hell of a lot of heart tonight. The guys in the front row were saying yesterday in interviews you said that you want to work smarter, not harder. Do you feel like you did that tonight?
I mean, there's always room for improvement for sure. But I just kept listening to my corner, and they know me better than anybody. So I just appreciate them and everybody that's been working with me from UTC, from Gig Harbor MMA, everybody in the Washington State fight community. I couldn't have done this without you guys. So thank you so much for everything.
Amazing fight. Congratulations.
The Ice Machine, Isaiah Washington, was once the top-ranked kickboxer here in the state of Florida. He now makes his professional debut. Amateur boxing in his background, but no pro fights, so this one is scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. His main training partner, sparring partner, and in the corner tonight, Lorenzo Hunt, 11-2 with 9 knockouts. And Paulie and I are joined by Large Mike from Barstool Sports. And Mike, you wore the right colors, wearing all black tonight. That was a good call.
That was the only tip they gave me coming into this thing.
That's all they told you?
Yes, I would tell you what, fellas. I don't want to say that this is the type of sport that you need. I'm gonna say it. You need to show up at one of these live. Yes. This is a gateway drug. I mean, Paul, I know you guys have been on a lot of aprons, but stepping into that ring, this is the most intimate fucking. Can I curse?
You just
It's
did.
the most intimate corner I've ever been in. That 30 degrees, man, there's no way to go. The sound of, like, you know, that slap sound, you know, and
that contact, the knuckle, the head.
Everything about this is different, and I'm in love with this shit. I'm telling you right now, I think I'm hooked.
That's why I wear the smock.
The fact that he's wearing the smock is killing me, by the way.
His counterpart, Maurice Morris.
Mayhem, fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Maurice Morris. Always stays very busy. 5 MMA and 1 bare knuckle fight in 2023. 2 so far in 2024, 2 MMA matchups. He has wins in MMA over the Z-Man Zion Tomlinson. He was defeated in MMA by our light heavyweight champion, Cub Hawkins. And we are with Large Mike. You can catch him, of course, at Large Barstool on all social platforms. Go to barstoolsports.com for all of the great content. And you've been very close to the sport of boxing for a long time, Mike, but there's a certain difference to what you're witnessing tonight.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, I'm glad that they brought me over here for the big boys.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of the smaller fighters and stuff, and it's been exciting so far. And I was also wondering how the ladies were going to look in there. And the 2 ladies that we just saw were 2 absolute warriors.
Yeah.
So I'm really wondering how these blows, going from featherweight to cruiser, where we're going now, how they're going to thud in real life, in real time and stuff. This is an exciting night, and these 2 guys look like they're game ready.
We continue at the Prime Osborn Convention Center. This is BYB 27. Brawl in Duval being presented by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. This contest, 4 rounds or less in the cruiserweight division. Scoring the action, we have judges Frederick Flutie, along with William Glover and Daniel Torres. Presenting first, fighter in the blue corner, wearing black with teal trim on the scale. He registered an official 205.5 pounds tonight. This power-punching, undefeated amateur boxer enters the big leagues of bare knuckle, making his BYB debut, fighting in front of his people from Jacksonville, Florida, Isaiah, the Ice Machine, Washington. In the red corner, wearing black with gold trim, he weighed in at 206 pounds tonight. This 4-time state wrestling champion, kickboxer, and MMA fighter returns to the Trigon, looking to remain undefeated and ready to throw some bombs. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Maurice Mayhem Morris. With final instructions, referee Wayne Spinola.
instructions, guys. Obey my commands at all time. Protect yourselves at all time. If you want to now, shake hands. Go back to your corner. I'll call you out in a minute.
Wayne Spinola, our referee, as we have Isaiah Washington and Maurice Morris scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds.
Some gamesmanship during those intros, guys.
You got that right. Well, they know Large Mike's watching very closely, Paulie.
It's all for me.
It's all for you.
The show before the show. Let's go. Hold the line.
Foot on the corner. Here we go. Ready? Fight.
Here we go.
Watch
Isaiah Washington in the black and blue trunks. Maurice Morris in the black and gold trunks. Large Mike, you're a registered amateur boxing referee in the state of West Virginia?
Yes, we do this rough and rowdy, this tough man tournament. We basically do it almost always in West Virginia. So I got the license to get in there, and I don't think I'd be able to do it in the track.
That's where I was going. That's exactly where I was going.
You put these 200-pounders in here, this thing, they're in a phone booth right now.
It's a different experience in this thing, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was headed with you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And don't get trapped in the corner.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Those ropes are tougher to get off than just a regular boxing. I mean, the ropes are in tighter, 60 degrees as opposed to 90.
You just got to swing your way out. I mean, there's no other way. You can't find an angle here unless you're in that middle circle.
Yeah, you got to try to stay on that front foot in a way.
Big leather throne, or knuckle in this case, and a nice uppercut. Good dirty boxing and a lot of pressure from Maurice Morris here on Isaiah Washington.
You guys are looking at each other like they hated each other, and they're fighting like they don't like each other either.
Not using all of this very small combat surface right now, Large Mike.
No, it looks like Isaiah's got a little bit more, he's a little bit more, I don't know, poised to him.
Yeah.
But it's not doing him any good at all, to be honest with you. Let's go. Yeah, we got a little color.
Morris 1-0 inside the Trigon. May of last year in Rock Hill, South Carolina, finished Harrison Aiken in round number 1, a fight he took on just 3 weeks' notice. Washington,
Gotta be able to open hands, man.
Yeah.
Spinosa's small, Bush is worn.
Yeah, like you heard Wayne Spinola say exactly that, Magic Man. Watch those fingers. Round 1 in the books. Good landing by Washington.
Jab, hook, and twist his right hand. You want to go to the body. Go up high with the punches and low, all right? Jab high, go low with the right, or high with the right, low with the left, all right? Go.
I don't know if I can mention this. You got to bring your hands together. You got to do combination. You hear what I'm saying? This is what we get in West Virginia. All you got to do is punch.
Bring your hands together. All I need you to do is start throwing punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move your feet. Don't touch hands. Don't throw big giant punches because they're slow. All right? Bring them together. Time to go. You got to do it. Don't get practice.
Listen to me. You're blowing out here with your fingers like this and you poke them in the eye. That's an intentional foul. Be very careful. Be careful with your fingers.
Morris, very aggressive early on. Washington landed a right hand right at the end of that round. Remember, this is scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds because it is the professional combat debut for Isaiah Washington. And Large Mike, you and I were talking before the night. Just wait till you get close and hear the punches land, and now you're close and you're hearing them not only live, but you're hearing them through our headset as well.
Absolutely, and I'm terrified.
A lot of pushing too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of physical play in there too, because the dirty boxing is allowed.
I will tell you that I'm sitting directly across from you guys for every other match. I'm sitting next to my lovely wife. I've used her as a human shield twice. just a little, you know, the tooth came flying. I'll tell you one other random, the ring card girls here, head and shoulders over what we see in West Virginia. I don't mind telling you guys, so kudos to you and thank you very much.
You know what?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a brilliant statement. It's one that you made boldly. There's a lot of ways we could take that, but we'll just take that wrap and move on out of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is turning into the ball.
Anything complimentary is always good in my book.
Yeah. Almost to the ropes.
I was thinking more West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a good Ohio boy, so we share a border.
Paulie and I both Brooklyn guys, right?
Yeah.
Bensonhurst? Yeah, I'm Marine Park.
Oh, nice.
Nice jab by Washington.
Oof. Washington is bleeding now. Face covered with blood. Still looking to come forward with short right hand there. By Morris.
Morris, ultra aggressive.
Back up.
I've seen more short punches and straight punches than I thought.
Yeah, and you know what? I also, with Washington coming in as the amateur boxer, I was expecting a little bit better boxing on his part as well. He's not been as composed as Morris has on the boxing court.
10 seconds.
But the battle continues.
Respect the bell. Time.
So I wore black.
Doing good. Relax. Ain't nothing gonna happen. No, let him touch you. It's all right.
I was sitting with Don. It's like I got Paulie's spot.
Chill and let your hands go, bro.
Then I look over here and it looks like he's about to get lined up.
They hit him, yeah. But when you wait, you miss. Stop waiting. Just body's wide open. Just for the punches. Come up high, right? I want that left hook. That left hook. You gotta land that left hook. Just stand in there. I want you to stand there. I want you to think. I want you to head go. All right? I want you to get him. Not the other way around, all right? Stay down. Thank you. He's all bloody. He's all fighting. You're around. Come on. You're fighting. Let's go. Hit him in the body. He's open. He's wide open.
Here we go, gentlemen. Ready? Fight.
Round number 3 of 4. Maurice Morris in the black and gold trunks. He will turn 33 years old tomorrow night. Isaiah Washington in the black and blue trunks. Mike, you've covered boxing, you cover everything. I love the unique approach and the fun that you have at Barstool. Why does BYB and what we're watching tonight make perfect sense for your platform?
Well, I think that it's a disruptor, right? I think it's differentiated, obviously, from what people are used to seeing. And I think just getting the gloves, Jesus Christ, just getting the gloves off, it's such a wrinkle that people aren't used to within combat sports community. A little bit of a hip toss. Yeah, right there.
Threw him out of the track.
I've seen quite a few of them.
This has been a very physical fight, guys.
And to be quite honest, if you don't like boxing, if you don't like UFC, everybody likes to watch somebody get their ass kicked. So just come on down here.
Look at the lump on.
Oh yeah, he's got a mouse. Yeah. I tell you, I saw a lot more from Morris's corner in between rounds. A lot more coaching up. They did some from Washington.
Just a brawl. I mean, it wasn't just a brawl. I think he was billed as an amateur boxer. He just kind of sticks out the left hand and throws huge bomb right hands, one-hit quitter attempts. And he's landed a couple as Morris has gotten tired. Some of them have landed. He's getting a tongue lashing from Wayne Spinola about the hip toss.
But he would get a little love from like Hector Lombard or Ronda Rousey for the hip toss.
And he's got a fighter in him. I mean, he's got that fighting spirit, as they would call it. You know what? He ended up.
He just got to get off.
Turns out Morris quits.
Wow.
That's his pro debut.
There it is. Isaiah Washington defeats Maurice Morris, winning his professional debut with Lorenzo Hunt in his corner. And continuing on your thought, that's what we see here. Two big dudes going at it inside the smallest surface in our sport.
But it's not a sloppy, tough man competition, right? These referees have the toughest job in sport, trying to put a tent over the circus, as most referees do. But at least, as Paulie was saying, you can see that this guy is an amateur boxer. He does have a lot of skills. So we're not just watching brawlers.
Here's a look at the replay. There's the toss at the end.
Toss,
yeah.
Right as I say, he's not a brawler.
Yeah.
Puts him on his hip.
The pre-fight odds were plus 222. He was an underdog too.
Really?
Man. The ice machine can put his hands in the ice and feel really good about his performance here tonight. Isaiah Washington with the win. St. Augustine, Florida is the home of Isaiah Washington, just 40 miles from Jacksonville, where he earns the victory here tonight. Here's Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, after consulting with the ringside physician, referee Wayne Spinola determines that the red corner cannot continue, obligating him to stop this contest with an official time of 49 seconds of the third and penultimate round, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout. From Jacksonville, Florida, the Ice Machine, Isaiah Washington.
Large Mike, you were here for a good one. Will we see you at the next BYB and the next and the next and the next? Did we hook you already?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can expect me to be a fixture here ringside. The only thing I will say, I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but I challenged Dada to a bare knuckle fight to see if we could both come out of retirement. And if you guys see him anytime soon, just tell him I was kidding around. I don't want any.
You took you serious, yeah.
It's like, I've been working out. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
You didn't get the sarcasm.
I dug myself a hole.
And that's why he's been backstage getting his hands wrapped, and or at least up to the knuckles.
Yeah. I will not be here for the main event. I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge.
And Michael McCarthy, you may be close personal friends with Canelo Alvarez, but I am close personal friends and a broadcast partner, a powerful partner of the Magic Man, Paulie Malignaggi. So I'll take your Alvarez and raise you one.
I hear you. I'll take it too. But I believe I'm close friends with Paulie now too, so I think I got
Brooklyn
you.
connection.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I'll see you at LMB's.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
We love your platform. We love what you do, and
thank you very much for your hospitality, man. It's a great evening, and I'm going to tell everyone I know to make sure they tune in next time, because this thing is a one of a kind, and it's a ton of carnage.
Only a true Brooklynite knows LMB's pizza. You see?
Right? Let's go.
Yeah, you guys do what you guys do. I'll get ready for the next fight. Next up, it is our co-main event of the evening, Yordan Fuentes and the Hatchet, Jarome Hatch. There's Hatch. Fuentes looking to move to 3-0. Hatch wants to get right back in that picture from the Police Gazette and a BYB belt. Our co-main event is coming up next.
Jarome Hatch, fighting out of Lehigh, Utah. How I got into bare knuckle is just coming up, fighting, got into the MMA world and was looking for my time to get into bare knuckle. Finally got my chance, and I mean, that's my jam, that's what I like. So really had that opportunity and made the best of it so far.
Mi nombre es Jordan Fuentes, soy cubano de la Isla de la Juventud, entreno en Keozón, Miami. Bueno, el campo de entrenamiento ha sido bastante productivo, 100%. Yo nunca he dejado de entrenar. De la otra pelea mía, desde noviembre, nunca he dejado de entrenar. Simplemente que he apretado un poquito más el tenis. Pero me siento bien, preparado para la pelea y voy a dar una buena pelea.
My opponent is Yordan Fuentes. I don't know much about him. He's had a couple fights. I know he's a boxer. So I'm going to go in there and do what I do best and take the boxer out of his realm and make him fight my fight.
Papi, yo no me sé ni tu nombre. El cocodrilo te va a arrancar la cabeza. Cuando te meta a nadar, te va a arrancar la cabeza. Okay?
I come out and he ain't met a motherfucker like me. I promise you that. So he's going to sit there and he's going to think, like, oh, this, that. But within the first 10 seconds, he's going to realize he f***ed up.
El cocodrilo es de los animales más pacientes que hay. Él espera. Tú pasas y él te deja. Está bien, dale. Pasa y él te deja. Cuando él abre la boca, te jodiste. Una de las mordillas más fuertes de este reino animal que tienen es el cocodrilo. El cocodrilo cuando cierra, no abre.
Been spending a lot of time down south, and down south we hunt alligators, similar creature. So looks like tomorrow we're fixing to go hunting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue here at the Prime Osborn Convention Center, Jacksonville, Florida. This is BYB 27 Brawl in Duval, being presented to you by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions. This is our co-main event of the evening, 5 rounds or less in the cruiserweight division. Our judges, Frederick Flutie, Eric Larson, and Daniel Torres. Presenting first, the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing black, with the American flag, he tipped the scales at an official 204 pounds tonight. He enters in his 180th bout as a combat sports athlete. The 8-time Tough Man winner and the former Police Gazette Diamond Belt champion. The ass-kicking cowboy from Lehigh, Utah, Jarome the Hatchet Hatch. In the red corner, wearing black with red trim, he weighed in at 206 pounds. Tonight, this disciple of the Cuban School of Boxing enters the Trigon looking to remain undefeated and continues his ultimate quest to become a cruiserweight world champion. From La Isla de la Juventud, Cuba, and now fighting out of the 305, Miami, Florida, the Cuban Crocodile, Yordan Fuentes. A referee, Christopher Young.
Okay, gentlemen, listen. You know what time it is. You should fight hard, fight clean, touch him up. That's your corner.
Man, you got me thinking about Munoz blocking for Joe Burrow. Now my heart is full.
There you go, man.
My heart is full. All right, we got Hatch, we got Fuentes. Paulie Knight joined by our heavyweight champion, Ike Villanueva. Here we go, Hatch. American flag, red shoes, black with red trunks for the Cuban Crocodile, utilizing that boxing early, Yordan Fuentes. Hurricane Ike, tell us what you're seeing from a technical point of view. You be the magic man for a moment.
So Hatch, he's loading up too much power up top. He's real tense. He needs to let loose and relax. He's training up in Utah, so he should have better cardio. With the Crocodile, he needs to be longer, man. He's just very predictable, lunging in, and Hatch is trying to throw bombs.
Good timing shot there by Fuentes on the end of Hatch.
Crashing in.
1-2.
Much like the power that you possess, Ike, that right hand of Jarome Hatch, that can finish any fight instantaneously.
No doubt. And you got to respect it.
Yeah.
If you don't, man, it's going to be a short night, and it'll be a long night in the hospital. I'll tell you.
In the first fight with Marco Martiniak, Paulie, you and I called it in Dubai. He said he kind of felt like everything was calm and everything was going his way, and he forgot about the power. And bam, that was it.
Shut the lights out. That was one of the knockouts of the year.
It definitely was.
Some little uppercuts by Fuentes. And that's the thing, Hatch had said within the first 10 seconds, Fuentes will figure out that it's a fight, and he's been trying to land that shot. He hasn't been able to land it. Now Fuentes hasn't calmed down.
And that's my thing. When you got him backed up, keep him there. He just got him to the corner and then released.
Now Fuentes' technique, Ike, has Hatch hesitating a little bit, and when Hatch cannot be hesitating with that big power,
no doubt.
He's going to be successful tonight.
He has to move their head. Too predictable. Coming straight down the line.
See, it was all-out pressure early on by Hatch, almost falling in, like you said, Ike, but now he's taken a couple of shots. He's paid for the price for those mistakes, and now he's hesitant to make his way in.
Switch to southpaw to try to work his way to put his opponent in the corner. Good head movement there.
Good.
Yep. But what you said in the feature before the walkouts from both these guys, Jerome said, I want to take the boxer out of Fuentes, and that's exactly what we're seeing is right now, if he lets Fuentes have some room in box, Yordan is the one controlling, and Jarome is all of a sudden covering up like that.
Exactly, man. And now Fuentes on the front foot. He's trying to take advantage, and Hatch is not returning fire. Hatch is waiting. Hatch is confused. And even those shots he's throwing, they don't have the same muscle on them anymore.
Straight down the line.
He's worried about what's coming back, Ike.
Straight down the line, no head movement, is very predictable. He needs a double jab.
Or even feints, some feints in there at all. Throw off that rhythm of Fuentes, who now is just, this is not going to last long, guys.
Hatch pushes forward. Heavy hands with the finish.
Finish strong. And that's the thing with Hatch. He's tough.
Yep.
So you got to respect it. He's durable. He smelled his own blood before.
vamos a ir rompiéndolo al cuerpo. Pero sigue tirando combinado, por favor. Okay.
Se cansó ya.
Estamos bien. Estamos bien.
Start of round number 2, Jarome Hatch coming out aggressively, but eating a series of punches. In doing so, as we see the Cuban Crocodile against the Hatchet tonight. And Ike, when we see you next month in New Orleans, there'll be a Cuban that you're looking to finish as well.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. It's hurricane season, so I'm looking forward to putting on the show. And with the fight we got here, Hatch is a veteran, man. And this Cuban guy, the Crocodile's slowing down a little bit. He's breathing heavy going back to the corner.
You noticed that right away as we were in break.
Exactly. And with Hatch, to land 1, he has to eat 3.
Yeah.
And he's surviving, he's doing that.
And Ike, you made a good point too. You know, Hatch is coming from Utah. He's got that oxygen. You know, if he's trained properly, he may have the wind advantage, the cardio advantage in this fight, and that may come back to help him if he's able to last through this early storm that Fuentes has given him.
Yeah, no doubt. We may see another Martin knockout. Yeah, Martin KO is famous.
Well, and for Hatch to get inside, he's switched up his stance a little bit and kind of just motor it into Fuentes, and this is the fight that Hatch wants.
He's starting to get there.
And that's the thing, when you want to call out the vets, you better be ready to fight, because there's no push over here. There's levels to this game, and the Crocodile's finding out real quick. He had a great first round. Now he's in a fight.
Mike, you mentioned it's hurricane season. You know, a lot of times Cuba is in the path of those hurricanes too.
Oh, no doubt. And there's a big shiny belt standing in the way.
Hatch is going all out here, guys.
Yes.
Great round 2 after an impressive round 1 for the Cuban Crocodile. Mike Villanueva looks to defend his heavyweight belt next month in New Orleans against Gustavo Trujillo.
Big lump on the head of Hatch, though, man. That's that bone-to-bone collision.
We don't want another shark incident.
I was choosing the same thing.
We were all in Denver for that one.
Yep. We don't want to see Mark Hominick with that third eyeball again.
Nice.
Joanna Jacek.
Yeah, that was brutal.
No punch in him.
But this is the fight, and this is the style of fight that Hatch wants right here, right?
Yes, make it ugly.
Body language of Fuentes does not look as fresh anymore, man. Big shots. Ike, you made a great observation at the end of the first round with Fuentes breathing heavy, and Hatch is now worse for wear, but his body language is the more confident body language.
You know, Hatch is a vet. Hatch smells blood. He's going for the kill. Hatch has not stayed off him. And man, you're gonna love this.
Absolutely, this is what we want. This is a great co-main event. And you have to remember too, experience everything you guys have talked about. Marco Martignac is one of the best bare knuckle fighters in the world today. And even though he's 1-2 against him, Jarome has fought him 3 times.
Yes.
That's experience.
And all those are rounds of experience in this bare knuckle game.
Pelear este tipo de afuera, ¿ok? Hay que usar la cabeza, no te le pares enfrente. Hay que trabajar ángulo.
Mírame, necesito sacarte la nariz.
Hay que trabajar ángulo, hermano, ¿ok?
Respira por la boca.
Doble, triple jab y muévete, ¿ok? Y no me estás levantando la guardia.
Get yourself situated in back. Watch it all the way through. Deep breath. You got this, bud. Yeah, he's good. Right there, he's good.
Check it out, gentlemen. Get the stool.
Our co-main event continues. I would say it's 1-1. Hatch and Fuentes scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. And Jarome Hatch, southpaw to start this round. He's gone back and forth a lot.
Got to keep him guessing. And let's see what he got.
He walked into an uppercut to start the round from that southpaw stance.
So, like, with the power that is possessed by Jarome, the power that you possess, as the fight gets deeper, like your title fight with DJ Linderman going into the 4th, what's going through your mind about the gas tank and the pedal and where you put it, where you place it, when you go and not go?
You got to be smart. There's levels to the training. You know when to go all out, and you know when to work the body. I just noticed early on, I do the dirty box. Let the storm take part. Let the winds pick up. And as you get later, you know you can smell it. You can hear them breathing harder. And that's when you tear them up.
And you embrace that storm, right?
That's it. And once I got my opportunity, I made the most of it.
Yes, you did.
And that's it. Hey, you get that one fight, make yourself famous.
Yep.
That's it.
Fight of the night.
Yes, it was. It was awesome.
Stop. No
and
punch.
Your first title defense in New Orleans next month. Under 2 minutes here in the 3rd.
Not doing that crouch.
He's leaking.
Hatching that crouch like Jake LaMotta, man.
And this is where Hatch needs to stay busy right here. Use the clinch, dirty boxing, wear and tear, put the weight on him.
And especially with the extensive MMA background like yourself.
Yes, yes.
I think the blood might be blocking the oxygen of Hatch as well now, because now Hatch is starting to get tired, leaking blood all over the place. I tell you, Fuentes makes his life easier. Just use a simple jab, and consistently with that jab, he probably could end this fight. He just falls in like that. He's going to give Hatch a chance.
He can't walk in. That right hand's going to land eventually.
This fight is as simple as using a jab for Fuentes.
Let him go.
That nose is busted across the middle. I mean, it's probably going to need stitches itself. Big lump on his head.
Through the right, walked through it. Fuentes trying to put together a combination.
Break to the mat. Break clean. Break clean.
Fight.
Hatch has some scar tissue from those fights against Martiak, too.
That's another thing about those wars.
Yep.
It adds up.
No punch.
And so take nothing away from the punches landed to open up Jarome Hatch. But once they're opened a couple of times, that scar tissue works against you big time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yep.
10 seconds.
If Fuentes can go to the body, find the body, and just land a good one, it's going to slow him down.
Yeah, Hatch going all hard.
He's throwing clotheslines.
There it is, a freeze frame of the damage taken by Jarome Hatch thus far in this fight. So you want to be a BYB brawler, huh? Get ready for that.
Man, here we go. I tell you what, Fuentes after this fight is going to second guess himself as well. Because he went back to the corner and talked about his nose. And oh, Lord.
Yep. Doctor checking out Jarome Hatch.
You can continue. If he gets one more volley, if the old fighter gets one more volley.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. All right.
Watch for the big Hatch to throw that sledgehammer here early in this round. Doctor looking very closely at the eyes of Jarome Hatch.
Oh, double jab right hand. Nice combination. That one stunned them, guys.
Hatch is a brawler, though, man. He is one tough dude.
if I ever go to get in a bar fight, Hatch is coming with me. Oh, he lands. He's still there. He's still there. How about this crowd in Duval County tonight? You gotta love it.
So good.
First time here, and we're opening the door here, and they opened us. They welcomed us good.
It's been a wonderful couple of days with the BKB fighters that are now all BYB fighters in town.
Oh, yes.
Fuentes being smart here, trying to navigate this last round.
Let him go. Let him go.
Take away the leverage, smothering. From the fourth round, penultimate round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the doctor gave the warning, so we don't know. This may be the last one.
I feel like Hatch has to show something here, land something big. He's showing a lot of heart, but he's got to show something that he can be in competitively in this fight as well to make it worthwhile for the doctor to let him out to round 5.
And damage taken by both men. Obviously, you can see the damage on the face of Jarome Hatch, right through the chest.
Oh, my goodness.
Good uppercut, a good overhand right, but he's starting to get arm weary. That overhand right, a little bit arm weary there for Hatch. That was earlier in the fight. That would have been a nice right hand. But Hatch getting a little bit arm weary even with his big shots, so I don't know how much power there's left on those shots.
More like a clothesline punch.
Yeah. Like he's pushing him out instead of snapping him out.
Exactly. He's not turning nothing over on there.
That conditioning advantage that he may have had training at altitude, nullified by the blood in the nose, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hatch still pushing forward.
No punch, no punch. First time seeing Hatch live. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to him. Guy got heart. And that's something you can't teach in this game.
His first fight with Marco Martillac was the fight of the night. And Jarome Hatch also earned knockout of the night in Dubai. Just about 30 seconds on the clock here in the 4th round. This one's scheduled for 5.
No punch, no punch. Hatch is like a Utah bull. He just bulldozes in. And he's screaming. I'm telling you, Fuentes don't want to take too many of those.
If you're the Hurricane, I think Jarome Hatch might be the tropical storm.
That's it.
Yeah.
What is holding him up?
Oh, yes. Oh, he's still coming for it.
5 minutes remain.
Looking like the guy from the Goonies, man.
There you go.
Or sorry, 3 minutes remain.
3 minutes remain.
I think if one of the fighters heard me say 5, they're like, no way, no way. 3 minutes remain, 5th round.
Time out, time out.
That's that old MMA clock coming back for you.
That's exactly what it was, Paulie. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a double jab right hand early in the round. That one stunned Hatch. You see right there, he kind of lost his footing, but again, the immense heart. He comes back fighting an uppercut, countered by a right hand from Fuentes, but look who's pushing back. It's Hatch pushing Fuentes back consistently. Just again, a bit arm weary, doesn't have his legs under him completely and a bit tired, so he's not able to do the damage he wants to do, and he may need a knockout. The question is, can he get that knockout? I mean, does he have the punching power left in this fatigue?
Exactly. When they're crashing in like that, sit back on a 6. Let that uppercut go.
Yep.
You know, I wish I would have seen more body punching in this fight. A lot of head hunting. Those hands don't last long.
Wait for me. Got that right.
Yeah, exactly.
5th and final round. Jarome Hatch, American flag, red shoes, representing the USA. Hatch comes out southpaw again to start the round. Fuentes in the black with red trunks. 5th and final round. Mike Goldberg, the match man, Paulie Malignaggi, and our BYB heavyweight world champion, Hurricane Ike Villanueva. Man, you picked a good one to join us for.
No doubt. I mean,
and this is your kind of fight.
Oh, yes. We talked about, me and Paulie were talking about the Mexican style yesterday. Yeah, we should see more of the body. No, just a pressure fight. Paulie said, no, he beat the guy high and won one fight, but the pressure.
Yeah.
It's just that pressure.
Make you work, man.
Yeah.
Oh, good right hand. And that's the thing right here. Fuentes may look like he's ahead, right? But this is not an easy fight, you know. And I'll tell you, man, Hatch's pressure may have even stolen a couple of rounds. This fight might be closer than we realize.
No doubt. I mean, because Fuentes has been on the ropes most of the round.
Yes.
You know, he's holding on, trying to control the clock here.
And I tell you, Fuentes also has to blame himself a little bit because he can make this fight easier with, like you said, the body shots, or even a consistent jab, which has been very, very inconsistent, and is the main reason Hatch has been allowed to get in a lot of times.
Let's hand go.
And, you know, it's interesting you say exactly that again, Paulie, because that was the case against DeWitt Dixon.
Yeah.
Fuentes made that fight a little bit more difficult for himself.
Yep. Look at here. The choice right there was he didn't get off first. He let Hatch get off first. He let Hatch get in. You get off first with a simple jab, snap it out. At this point, Hatch will not see coming, won't be able to move his head out of the way. You can keep him at bay at distance, mixing in with some feints, and it'll be very, very difficult to Hatch. But right now, you're giving Hatch a reason to believe in himself, and there it is again.
Drop an uppercut. Hatch is just lunging in.
Yep.
115 remains in this 5-round fight.
I love the heart of Hatch. He's just an automatic pilot. All he knows is come forward.
One way.
Chase it.
One way.
Again. Big two-arm weary there.
Got a great new business he's very proud of at home in Lehigh, Utah. Final 50 seconds of our co-main event of the evening. Hatch connects a couple of times.
See what Fuentes is doing. It's almost negative. He's trying to just smother us to get through the round.
You know, how will the judges score that? Yeah. He's holding. He's not doing no work.
Yeah.
And you see Hatch trying to make him fight, trying to fight.
Let him go, Fuentes.
Yeah, it becomes a bit of a mental game here.
30 seconds. Let's see what's in the take for Hatch.
Could be decided on the judges' scorecards in the next 20 seconds.
No punch, no punch. Let him go. Let him go.
Christopher Young is working out.
You got that right.
What a fight.
What a fight.
First time BYB here in Jacksonville, and he gets this fight.
I'm tired just watching this.
Yes. I do not want to be these guys in the morning.
I don't want to be him right now, to be honest with you. You know, I got my teeth knocked out a couple times in hockey, but I don't need to do what you're doing, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm good. I'm good sitting here with Paulie outside.
Yeah, the adrenaline's going. You're okay today. Tomorrow morning, you're like, oh, Lord.
Yep. Hurricane Ike Villanueva is going to stay with us through the commercial and await the official decision of Hatch and Fuentes. We know one thing. We got ourselves fight of the night right here, right now. Never a fun time waiting for that official decision to be announced. Is it Fuentes or is it Hatch as they go the full 5 rounds in what is absolutely our fight of the night so far, our main event still to come. Who will get their arm raised in victory? Here is Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, after an absolute war inside of the mighty Trigon, for the first time tonight, we go to the scorecard to determine a winner. Judge Larson scores about 48-47 in favor of Hatch. Judge Flutie, 49-46 in favor of Fuentes. And Judge Torres scores about 48-47 in favor of the winner by way of split decision. The Cuban Crocodile, Yordan Fuentes.
Congratulations to Yordan Fuentes. Exactly what you and Paulie were talking about, though. It could very well have been 2-2 going into that 5th and final round.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. They could win both ways.
Yep.
It was a very tough fight, but like I said, Fuentes gassed out towards the end. He was not doing much. He was trying to hold on.
Yeah, like we were talking about.
He gassed out that first round.
He did.
Winds up being a split. I mean, it ends up being that close.
Yep. Hurricane Ike, go home, hug the family for us. Cannot wait to see you back in the Trigon.
I'll see you on New
Put
Orleans.
that title on the line in New Orleans.
Let's go, Hurricane season.
You got that right. It is Hurricane Ike Villanueva, our BYB heavyweight champion, and a very emotional Cuban crocodile, Yordan Fuentes, who went the full 5 rounds against Jarome Hatch and earns the victory by split decision. Coming up next, it is our main event of the evening. There is the featherweight world champion, now fighting at 135 here in Jacksonville, Harold Lightning McQueen. The Hawaiian is primed and ready, and wants to remain unbeaten inside the mighty Trigon. He is Untameable Jon Barnard. Main event next.
My name is Jon Untameable Barnard, fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina, by way of Makaha, Hawaii. This camp, I did a little bit of strength training and explosion training to really make sure that this weight cut doesn't take away from my power, because I have been fighting at a heavier weight of 140 to 155. So now that I'm coming to this weight, I want to make sure that they can feel the same power that I've been, dishing out when I was at the heavier weight. So I'll be fighting Harold McQueen for a title eliminator match. This will solidify my keep in this bare knuckle space. I will be trying to pursue a notch on my belt that would rank me as one of the better boxers in the bare knuckle banner of BYB.
Untameable Jon Barnard.
So I'm fighting Jon Barnard. Guess he got a little boxing background. I ain't really had problems with him before, but you know how it go. We signed a contract, and since then it's just been talking nonstop. I ain't really been too active on social media during this camp, but I just been hearing everything, get phone calls. The guys saying this, they saying that, this and that, so yeah, I don't like it.
This guy's been talking a lot of smack. He actually said something that really didn't sit well about my home in Hawaii, and I'm gonna have to really make him pay for what he said, so whether that is a first-round KO or I take him to deep waters and make him drown there, nonetheless, this is going to be a war, and I just cannot wait to put these paws on this guy and show him what Hawaii is about.
You do not want to miss this fight, man. All action, guaranteed. I'm coming, I'm looking for knockouts.
From the Prime Osborn Convention Center, Jacksonville, Florida, this is BYB 27 Brawl in Duval, being brought to you by Mike Brandner Law, along with GC3 and Master Sound Productions, our officials at ringside. We have Frederick Flutie, along with William Glover and Eric Larson. And now, Duval! Prepare to be entertained. The BYB main event is on now. 5 rounds for a BYB Lightweight World Title Eliminator. Presenting first, the fighter in the blue corner. He enters wearing red with white trim on the scale. He registered on official 133.5 pounds. Started from the bottom now. He enters as the reigning BYB Featherweight World Champion tonight. He jumps 2 weight classes, looking to capture another crown. The certified demon from Oakland, California, Harold Lightning McQueen. His opposition, the red corner. Wearing white with gold trim, he registered on official 136 pounds. This former educator, kickboxer, MMA fighter, and one of the most vicious body punchers in BYB returns to the mighty Trigon. The Island Boy from Makaha, Hawaii, and now fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina, the Untameable Jon Barnard. With final instructions, our referee Wayne Spinola.
Okay, guys, you know the rules. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. If you want to now, shake hands. Okay, gentlemen, step back. I'll get you started in 1 minute. Yeah.
Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Harold Lightning McQueen, Untameable Jon Barnard. Here we go! Red bandana trunks for the featherweight champion inside the Trigon. Yellow with white for the Hawaiian. Now fighting out of Charlotte, Jon Barnard.
Bernard trying to get on that front foot early, trying to... Oh, good shot there by McQueen, though. A little reverse 1-2 was a 2-1, and then a good combination, and Bernard is overwhelmed there.
And McQueen takes a big step over him.
That's probably... That's one of the little faults there when you haven't had a boxing background. Bernard backs up, squared up and straight up, and had his head in the air. McQueen's able to land a combination. Should be an interesting replay to see between rounds. That's a good big right hand again. And,
he's in trouble big time.
McQueen's got to get in the corner though. You got to be careful because now he just gave Barnard a chance to recover.
Take a look at him.
He might lose a point there. Actually. Had a knockdown scored for himself,
No more. Stand on top of him, you knock him down, get in the neutral corner. Fight fair.
I'm fine, man.
No.
I'll sit over him, I'm sorry.
And you hit him when he got up.
I think McQueen could have caused himself a chance for a knockout here because with that foul, it's going to give Barnard basically as much as he wants, up to 5 minutes to recover. That was a big opportunity for McQueen to get a stoppage, 2 back-to-back knockdowns. He's lucky he didn't lose a point, but even without losing a point, he's lost his chance to get a knockout, and now Barnard may be one back into this fight.
Well, lost his chance to get a knockout for now, like you said.
Yeah, for the moment. But again, Barnard's not the kind of guy you want to let the knockout escape you, because Barnard is a mentally strong guy who can work his way back into a fight. He's not one of those guys who, once you get the momentum in your favor, he's just going to go away.
Harold's been very reserved, very quiet the last few days here in Jacksonville, and we might see why. He's got some aggressiveness that's coming out in big bucketfuls right here, right now. And Barnard is in trouble. Uppercut lands for Barnard. Big right hand from Harold McQueen.
Back up, stop.
When we talk about McQueen fights on pure emotion, and we saw some of that with that foul there. He pumps himself up, the adrenaline gets going, but he's got the skills to back it up as well.
Push. Good punches, straight punches, but the athleticism from McQueen, so explosive, so dynamic in his attack. Jab to the body. Under a minute, round number 1, this one's scheduled for 5. Swing and a miss from McQueen.
Stop, break clean, stop. Back up, both of you. Release him, back up.
No surprise they're having a little chat as Wayne Spinola splits the fighters up.
Stop, break clean,
So McQueen now has slowed down the pace a little bit.
That was a sneaky little move though, Paulie, as he kind of went in and it felt like he was going to tie up with Barnard, but then he threw that body shot. Yeah, that was slick.
You see little subtle clenches here and there to save energy, conserve energy there.
Stop.
Relax, baby. Relax.
Stop fucking trying to brawl. Stop trying to brawl. Okay? That's it. Don't be emotional. Okay? Don't be emotional. Okay? Don't be emotional.
Don't overextend yourself when you go forward.
We good. Look at me. We good. We good. Good. All right, son. Pose. Okay?
Make him miss, make him back. Make it simple for me, all right? Make him miss, make him back.
Come on. It's your world, baby. It's your world. It's your world. Come on.
Seconds out. Fucking dogs.
Get under emotions. Let us scratch. Wait for me.
Right at the end.
Extracurricular activities, right, Goldie?
You got that right.
Pushes. Referee got into the pushing as well to separate them.
Little gamesmanship.
Okay, here we go,
Spinola got his hands full with this one.
Yes, he does. Round number 2, Jon Barnard in the yellow with the white. Harold McQueen in his red bandana trunks. Good start for the featherweight world champion, fighting at 135 here tonight against the Hawaiian. Quick hands again from McQueen.
Bernard's got to be careful here with these exchanges. He keeps his head up in the air. It's one of the flaws of not having the boxing background. A lot of times Barnard, you know, I notice he makes up for not having the boxing background with some terrific boxing, but you see in those subtle exchanges, he's got his head up in the air, and again he closed him there. He's got to get low in there. When he's up against those ropes, he's got to get low.
Break clean, back up. It's all right with a good punch.
McQueen is taking advantage, and McQueen has a rocket right hand as well, so you don't want to be that high up when he's letting those shots go.
Back up.
Especially that also McQueen is quick on the trigger as well. He sees the opening, he is fast.
Thus the nickname Lightning.
Yep.
Stop, break, back up. Release him and back up.
Getting a little nasty.
Release him and back up.
Barnard kind of pushing the face away of Harold McQueen. Having ourselves a good old scrap. BJ Penn would be pleased.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You know, again, McQueen may be kicking himself because he could have possibly ended this fight in round 1. But
yes,
that foul when he dropped Barnard the second time in the first round, you know, it gave Barnard a chance to get him work his way back at least into recovery mode.
Back up.
I think it's clear McQueen's winning the fight, but again, the fight continues. What happens? You got a chance to get cut, bleed, you got some blood inside the mouth of McQueen. Your hands start to hurt because you're fighting barehanded.
Stop, break clean, stop.
It's opportunities for Barnard to slowly creep back into the fight. Right now, McQueen is in control. This fight could you also kick yourself when you realize you could have ended this fight. You had the opportunity to at least. It's time to get close to that with some shots.
McQueen with his hands down.
You see McQueen looking to clinch a little bit more. And Barnard, I think, is sensitive. He's starting to sense maybe weakening a little bit physically and trying to take over the mental part of the fight is Barnard by putting that pressure on. He's got McQueen backing up now more this round.
Good turn to get out of trouble, though, by McQueen. That right hand connected, and a right fired back from McQueen. So first it was Barnard, then McQueen. Solid right hands landing to his opponent's chin.
Mouthpiece was in McQueen.
Can't tell.
Right hand there by McQueen. This is the kind of stuff right there that probably wins the round again for McQueen.
Big pressure, body, final seconds of round 2.
Surge. Yes, sir.
Right here. We got to stick a move. Here, spit out. Every time you walk him down, goddammit, you fuck him up. Stop being a nice guy.
Walk him down. Do your thing, John. Don't get into a shootout with him.
Huh? You can't move. He's not gonna chase you. He's a fucking zombie. He's looking for one fucking big shot, brother. You're good. Don't fucking worry about nothing. Okay. Let's go back. Do your work. We know what we're good at. Let's stick to it. If we can connect long, let's connect long. Okay? Don't pass. John. Breathe. Keep your hands on.
Round number 3. Main event scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Jon Barnard, 2-0 inside the Trigon, 3-0 in his bare knuckle career. McQueen, 3-1. The multiple eye pokes caused the doctor stoppage and a disqualification in his 1 loss to Brandon Birr. McQueen got hit a couple times, but he keeps pushing forward, Magic Man. To the body.
I think Barnardo's trying to stay on him, trying to keep him working. Again, trying to work that mental pressure. Especially when you feel a guy is punching more and more. Trying to keep that pressure on him. And that's what Barnard is doing. And that was one of the reasons I was saying you're going to kick yourself if you allowing Barnard to stay in this fight.
Right. Stop squeezing him. Back up. I know that. Stop grabbing low and pulling him in. Stop it. Ready? Fight.
Another jab knocks out the mouthpiece of McQueen again. Again, these are little mental notes a guy like Barnard also makes. explosive step by McQueen when he closed that gap.
Barnard starting to showcase his skills here.
Part of the skill set that Barnard has is that mental pressure.
Yes.
In other fights, he's consistent.
And Yuli Diaz is one of the fighters, one of the trainers in the corner of Untameable Jon here tonight.
Cut on the cheek of McQueen now. Again, you're here. This is where you started thinking, man, I wish I didn't foul him in that first round.
Yep. And no mouthpiece pretty much this whole round.
No. He spit it out for the second time. And now look at this.
Barnard trying to break down Lightning.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch with against a guy like Barnard, man.
You got that right. Still 52 seconds.
And Barnard's also a vet, so he senses the weakening of McQueen. You see Barnard's not throwing everything hard. He's just letting him go little by little.
Harold takes a knee.
Consistency.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It is all over! Jon Barnard stops Harold McQueen in round number 3.
I think Barnard just wants to congratulate Harold on a good fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of respect for him. You know, a guy puts you through that kind of torture to beat him. You know, you get a respect for his skills, regardless of the fact that you were able to overcome him. And plus, Barnard's a vet, 35 years old, tons of combat sports experience. Wants to give the proper respect. McQueen is just winded, man. He's beaten mentally and physically here.
Man, you called it, Magic Man, first round.
Yep. Because again, we've seen Barnard. You don't want. This is not the guy you want to let survive if you get a chance to get him out of there.
Our fight of the night. We said it a moment ago. No way. It was going to be really hard for these guys to top what we just saw with Yordan Fuentes and Jarome Hatch, our fight of the night.
And that was crazy. I mean, Hatch looking for the worst for wear almost ended up on the winning end here. Just would not, never say die attitude, never quit attitude, and really made a great fight of it despite the damage he took. And almost pulled it off. Hatch, he won the fight on one scorecard, right, Goldie?
Yep. Fight of the night. And what a battle it was. Split decision goes to Yordan Fuentes. Knockout of the night, brought to you by Mike Bradner Law, BigResults.com. And it came to us right here in our main event of the evening. And it goes to the Hawaiian, who remains unbeaten, Jon Barnard. Man, he weathered multiple storms early, but you heard the connection on the chin there. And then in the third round, he continuously broke down Harold Lightning McQueen, gets the finish, and earns the knockout of the night. Brought to you by Mike Bradner Law. To make our main event official, here is Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside of the mighty Trigon, referee Wayne Spinola completes the count of 10 with an official time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 3. Your winner, by way of knockout, still undefeated, the Untameable Island Boy, Jon Barnard.
Jon Barnard. Julio Tenori is our champion. The shark is always swimming in the waters. But that guy's right in line also for a chance to fight Julio Tenori for the lightweight world championship inside the mighty Trigon. I'll tell you what, Paulie, and I talked about it with us, what a night of fights.
Oh yeah, I mean, each and every time out we get more and more entertainment from BYB. The matchups are great. Mel Valenzuela, the matchmaker, knows how to match the styles just right to give us exciting fights. Some great knockouts. The Trigon always brings up even more excitement from the first fight tonight, as we see here from Lukas Jones, all the way to the main event with Barnard getting the win and everything in between. Terrific night.
He was second place. He was the front runner going in the main event, James Bodnar, for the knockout of the night. Brandon Birr, you know what he's thinking. He's thinking about another dance with Harold McQueen. Skylar Thomas returns, gets her arm raised. Isaiah Washington makes his professional debut and is the victor. The fight of the night was one we will remember forever. Barnard and McQueen, our main event. For the Magic Man, Paulie Malignaggi, Mike Goldberg saying so long until next time. We see you right back here inside the Trigon.